Hello, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I am joined by the Brick Den, and we will be ranking the all the Age of Republic maps, which is Geonosis, Felucia, Kashykk, Naboo, and Kamino. If you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe, and make sure you search up the Brick Den on YouTube and go subscribe to him as well. He is a very good channel who does Lego builds and mocks, and he updates them and stuff. So make sure you go check him out, and if you do enjoy, please like and subscribe to me as well. And me and the Brick Den will just get straight into ranking these maps. Okay, so coming in at number 5, we have Geonosis. Now, I know some people do like this map a lot, but personally I don't. With the way I play, I find it quite enclosed for some reason. I mean, I usually prefer it, like, it just feels like too small. Like, some of the maps that I just write, this one just feels too small in my opinion. And I find that people can come out at you from nowhere, because it's really easy for you to sneak around into map and going through the tunnels and everything. And yeah, I just personally don't like it. What are your thoughts?
Now, yeah, I would disagree on this one, because this is probably one of my favourites. It's of course the original Capital Supremacy map when they first brought out the game mode, and it's an entirely unique map, so completely different to the Geonosis in Galactic Assault, and it feels really well designed for the game mode for me. Each of the different capture points, the command posts, all have a sort of memorable visual style to it. Although I would say they did miss out on a bit of an opportunity, because we see a lot more of Geonosis in the movies and the shows that they've not really capitalised on in any point in the game, like the droid factory. They could have had some more interior areas that they didn't feature, but that being said, it is still one of my favourites.
Yes, I do agree with you there. I know what you mean, like, it's probably a bit maybe unfinished a little bit, but for me it's definitely coming in around it. It was pretty much a no-brainer for me, but I know I may have a bit of controversy just what we just noted there, but personally I don't like it. Okay, so coming in at number 4 we have Kamino. Now I think a lot of people think it's a lot higher for some reason, but personally I don't really like it. I mean, I feel like it doesn't really look like much as what it does, like you see from the shows and the films. I feel like it is maybe a bit just ridiculous. I also find the way it's made quite random. I think everything's just a bit everywhere. I don't know why that really is, but that's just my personal impression I get from the map. It's a bit everywhere, all over the place. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still do like the map. I like all the maps in this list, but I think it's a reasonable place for that to be. I couldn't put it higher.
I feel that it is, you know, quite accurate to what it looks like, especially in the movie. Maybe even better in some regards in terms of the quality of the CG. But what about the fact that, you know, there's no vehicles on this map? And I know you don't like vehicle gameplay that much. But does that not make it any better for you?
Yeah, I took it into account, because I know a lot of people do like vehicles, and it has held it back a bit. I guess we disagree and it's not looking like the film. I find it's quite there for the
I mean, what do you think about, you know, there's interiors and exteriors? I quite like that, because a lot of the other maps,
I think they've done well with
all
that.
the command posts are outside. It actually kind of feels like the command posts are their own locations, rather than just randomly placed parts around rural landscape.
I feel like they could have made it better, to be honest, in my opinion.
I mean, it's another one that's been sort of converted from a Galactic Assault map, and you're missing a lot of the map that was in the original one. And that is a bit of a shame, but I do kind of like this one because of how, as I said, the interiors and the exteriors.
Yes, but in my opinion, in my list, I think this is a very reasonable position. And I don't think I would put it any higher, but yeah, there's probably a bit of thinking about it, but it definitely, in my opinion, is a position. Now, I think this map is a pretty average map and deserves to be in probably just the middle spot. I find it to be a very balanced map, and as either a clone or a droid separatist, you can play very well either way. And on the clone side, it's also very helpful where you can get a lot of kills when you're in a certain position. For example, when you've took E and you can go right at the back of the map here, and like there's loads of bots spawn and you can get loads of kills. I've had kill streaks of like 30 with normal assault classes and stuff like that just coming to the back. It's really easy when the bots spawn just to farm kills.
Of course, this is a map that's been sort of converted from the Galactic Assault mode, and in that mode it was, of course, one of the biggest maps that they had, and for that reason it is, for me, a bit too open, and you really do kind of, there's a lot of running time to get from point to point, and it does suffer for that, and it's not even using the whole map that you had in Galactic Assault, because of course you're missing the Republic Cruiser section of the map, so it does suffer for me in that for that reason.
Yes, I do also agree with that. I know what you mean, a lot of open, which is probably why I didn't make it higher.
And of course, it suits there's a lot of sniping that does go off on this map, which is good if you like that play style.
Yes, I do agree. It depends. You can play well, but you can play better on other maps, and it depends on the play style. It definitely deserves to be around there. It's a reasonable spot for where this map should be. So coming in at number 2, we have Naboo. Now, in my opinion, I definitely like this map. I feel like it's quite a nice map to use, to be on. I feel like it's not too big, not too small. I feel like it's very well balanced in the sides. I feel like there's no really over-domination, and the map is also good to help you playing when there's a hero they want to. You can go to somewhere where there's loads of people right in the back. I'll be explaining more about positions you can go in maps in my video that I'll be getting out soon. But I just think it's a generally just alright map. It's one of those maps that are not amazing.
I would disagree on this one. I would put this map a lot lower because it's been converted from Galactic Assault, and I feel it really suffers for that. I feel this is, of course, the original map that we played first in the game in the beta, and it fits the original game mode much better because you're not even getting to see most of the map or a large portion of it in the Capital Supremacy game mode. You're not getting the drone room, and I feel like that's a bit of a missed opportunity to not have a capture point within the throne room.
Yes, I do agree with that as well. That's why it probably didn't make it to number 1 for me. They could have made it a lot better. They had a lot to play with him, judging from all we've seen from the films.
And another thing is, it lacks a bit. I think they could have. The map in general, even in Galactic Assault, could have been a bit more have a bit more verticality to it. You could only really play on the ground level. You can't, go up and inside the buildings, go up to the roofs. I think it could be improved in that way, because you kind of feel trapped on the ground, even when you're a hero or someone with a jetpack.
Yeah, I do agree. There could have been a lot more done with this map. They could have made it a lot better and really done a lot with this, but they just decided to stay with it. But based on the way I play, I'll just have to put it in. Even though they could have done a lot better, I personally like it. It's just no general reason. Just the positioning of the map, even though it could have been better with places, but just for me, in general, I just think it is just a pretty nice spot for this map to be at, even though some people might be a bit lower. And yeah, that is my personal opinion. So coming in at number 1, we have Felucia. Now, I like this map a lot. I think it's very good. By the way I play, there is a lot of cover, and that is always a bonus. And I know this may sound a bit weird, but I feel like the map helps you. Like the places you can go to get cover, the places you can go to make supply. For example, with this hill here, if you go onto the rock, you can come out of nowhere from there. And there's no chance of taking it. Yeah, but I think it's very good. The cover always.
Now, I would also say that this one would be. This is my favourite map as well. And for similar reasons to Geonosis, because it's designed specifically for the mode. But you said for Geonosis that you thought that you didn't like it, but this one has a very similar design to it, with a central command post slightly raised up in the middle. Now, why do you have such differing opinions on the two maps?
Well, for me, I think even though they are quite similar, I feel like they work in a lot of different ways. Like with Geonosis is a lot more open. Felucia isn't, and places you can go completely like even though it's similar to Geonosis, I feel like the way you play on the map, the way the map is a lot different to Geonosis.
I do like the map. I do really like the design, but because this was they only did two maps that were exclusively designed from the ground up for this game mode before the support for the game stopped. I think it's a bit of a strange choice to do Felucia. I would have preferred to see another urban map like Coruscant, but that of course would have taken a lot more design time.
Yes, I do agree with you. I mean, it was a pretty weird one to choose. Obviously, it hasn't had really that much screen time from the shows and stuff like that. The city would have been really amazing to play and would have been really immersive. And I've also heard that a lot of people would like to see the bar really cool night time. But there could have been a lot better choices, but the way they left the game after the update and the way it was revived from the I think they've left it in probably one of the best states it could be. There could have been better choices, but I believe they have left it right.
Another thing to note that's good about this map is the environmental hazards. It does a good job of making the world feel alive and not just a map that you're running around in.
Yeah, no, that also makes the map even better. Yeah, the map for me is just a great map. I do. That was the video. If you did enjoy, please consider subscribing and make sure you go check out the Brick Den as well. That'd be much appreciated. I'm just playing Heroes vs Villains and I am getting a bit battered at the moment. But yes, please do consider liking and subscribing and make sure you go check out the Brick Den if you did enjoy. Then I'll probably be making more videos on this, on the Age of Rebellion and the Resistance as well. So yes, I will see you in the next video, which will hopefully be out very soon. Goodbye.